Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT Science class of 9th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have started the study of the topic why do we fall ill, and it means we are going to study about the diseases and the about the health. We are going to study this topic, isn't it? Dear students, in the previous class in this topic we have studied about the different concepts, that is about the health or healthy or disease. What difference between the health and disease that we have studied? Health means the state of a good being or comfortable with the a well-being, a comfortable, that is called as the healthy. Means a person is fit by physically, mentally and socially, that is called as the person is a healthy person. If anyone defects in among these three aspects, either mentally or socially or physically, such a condition, if any disorders or any uncomfortableness in these three aspects, then we can say that the person is suffering from the disease. That is, the disease, we can say that the state of uncomfortableness of an individual is called as the disease, isn't it? Here we have studied the different concepts, that is, and types of diseases also we have studied, that is acute disease and chronic disease. Acute diseases are those diseases which will cure within short period. The diseases which will cure within short period, such diseases are called as the acute diseases. See dear students, what happens here? Acute disease, for example, fever, cough, cold, that will cure up within short period. That may last for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days or 1 week. Within that period, the disease will be cured up. That's why we can say that the disease which will be cured up within short period, such diseases are called as the acute disease. Next, chronic disease, the diseases which takes a long time for cure. That is such disease, for example, tuberculosis, TB, that takes more than 3 months. Then elephantiasis, that will take more time to cure up. Such diseases are called as the chronic disease, that we have studied in the previous class. And also we have started the study of the different ways. We have studied the different disease causing factors, the factors which causes the disease that we have studied. The first one, microorganisms. The second one is polluted atmosphere. Microorganisms, see, different types of microorganisms are there. Viruses, bacteria, then the fungi, protozoans and some other animals. They causes the diseases, that is living agents that causes the disease, like microorganisms, viruses, bacteria, fungi. Then next, some animals, they cause the disease, are the disease causing agents. The second one is polluted atmosphere. Diseases, causes of diseases. The first one is microorganisms, causes of diseases. Causes of diseases. The first one is microorganisms. Microorganisms, different types of microorganisms are there. The first one is, that is viruses. Second, bacteria. Third one, fungi. Fourth one, protozoans. Fifth one, some other multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms. Isn't it? Next, polluted atmosphere. Polluted atmosphere. Third one, lack of good nourishment. Lack of good nourishment. Fourth one, poor public service. Poor public service. Fifth one, that is availability of medicines. Availability of medicines. Then last one, poor economy. Poor economy. Poor economy. These are the causes of disease. First one, microorganisms. The microorganisms includes viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, some other multicellular organisms that brings the diseases from infected person to the healthy person. They causes the disease. They causes the disease. Next, dear students, polluted atmosphere. Polluted atmosphere. See, if we are surviving in a polluted atmosphere, like for example, if we are surviving in the industrial area, what happens? See, continuously we will take the smoke that is liberated through the chimneys. That is what happens if we take continuously. What happens? We will suffer from the lot of respiratory diseases and all. See what happens due to the polluted atmosphere, that also causes the diseases. The atmosphere should be clean. That should be contains the more amount of oxygen. Next, dear students, the lack of good nourishment. See what happens, dear students, we are consuming the food, we are taking the food that should be contains the nutrients in all the nutrients in a correct proportion, isn't it? That should be means we need the nutrients. Nutrient contains the energy. We need the energy. If we are not getting the enough nutrients or nourishing food, that what happens? We will suffer by the diseases. If we are not supplying the nutrients to the body, then what happens? The body may suffer by the number of diseases, isn't it? Next, dear students, after this one, poor public service. Poor public service. See what happens, for example, hospitals or the transports for the patients, for example, the ambulance and all, if it is not available in such a, nowadays also in India, there is a lot of the problems as concerned of these services for the health, that is hospitals, lack of hospitals are there. Then next after this one, the lack of the transportation like ambulances. Due to the lack of what happens, that may lead for the death and severe effect of the disease. The next after this one, availability of medicines. Availability of medicines. See, suppose for example, a person is suffering from the a particular any disease, for example TB and all. if he is not getting the correct medicines, what happens? That may lead for the spread of diseases. Means we need the correct medicines. The availability of medicine is also a cause for the causes of disease. The next, poor economy. See, if we are suffering, if we doesn't have the good economy to get the medicines and all, then also the disease may be spread, or that the disease may be affected, may severe. Yes, these are the causes of disease. Next, dear students, one by one we will study here what is the disease caused by the microorganisms. The disease caused by the microorganisms. This is caused by microorganisms. See, first microorganism is viruses. Viruses. The second one is bacteria. Third one is fungi. Fourth one is protozoa. Fifth one is other living organisms like mosquitoes and all. Isn't it? One by one we will study detail about these microorganisms. The first one is viruses. See, dear students, viruses are also living microorganisms, we can say, that causes the diseases. Microorganisms like viruses mainly carries the disease, but all bacteria doesn't carry the disease or causes the diseases. All bacteria doesn't cause the diseases, and all the viruses causes the disease, isn't it? Dear students, the viral disease that we can say, viral disease, the diseases which are caused by the viruses are called as the viral disease. The diseases which are caused by the viruses are called as the viral disease. See, dear students, here the examples they are given: HIV, viral disease. The example for the example, that is AIDS. The next, hepatitis, dengue, cough, cold, fever, flus. Different types of flus are there. Dengue and also dengue flu. The different types of fevers, that flu we can say, cough, cold. The next, the AIDS, that is caused by the viruses, and even the corona, that is caused by the virus. Coronavirus, that is COVID virus, we can say. Coronavirus, COVID is the name of disease that is caused by the virus, that is called as the coronavirus, isn't it? See, dear students, that is caused by the virus. Corona is a viral disease. Corona is a viral disease. Dear students, the viruses are more dangerous than bacteria. Before we will study the bacteria, about the bacteria. Bacterial disease. Bacterial diseases. The diseases which are caused by the bacteria are called as the bacterial disease. The example for the bacterial disease is, that is typhoid, cholera, then tuberculosis, anthrax, etc. Typhoid, TB, cholera, etc. Yes, these are caused by the bacteria. The diseases which are caused by the bacteria are called as the bacterial diseases. The diseases which are caused by the viruses, such diseases are called as the viral diseases. See the example for the viral disease that is called as the AIDS, flus, then cough, cold and all. Bacterial disease which is called by bacteria, that is typhoid. The typhoid is carried by the disease called carried by a bacteria that is called as the Salmonella bacteria, which is present in the water. Salmonella bacteria, if it enters in our body, what happens? We will call it by the typhoid. We will suffer by a typhoid. Next, dear students, fungal disease. Third one, fungal disease. Before going to study the fungal disease, I will tell you that is about the which danger, that is a viral disease is a danger or bacterial disease is a dangerous, more dangerous. See, viral diseases are more dangerous than the bacterial disease. See, one point we have cleared that bacteria, all bacteria not causes the disease, but all viruses causes the disease. Understood? All virus causes diseases, but all bacteria are not causes the diseases. In 8th standard, we have studied the applications of bacteria in food industry, in agriculture industry, in medicinal industry. We have studied. Yes. See why the viruses are more dangerous. See, dear students, if you are suffering by any disease, suppose for example I am suffering from any diseases, we will go to the doctors, hospitals. There, the physician or the doctors, they will give the doses or the medicines in the form of injections. See, in the injection they will give the antibiotics. Antibiotics, these are the medicine which are prepared with the help of microorganisms or that is bacteria. Antibiotics are the medicines which are prepared with the help of bacteria. And next, dear students, these antibiotics stimulate our antibodies in our body. Already disease fighting or the disease resistance power is there to resist the diseases or the microorganisms continuously that enters in our body through air, water, food and all, that will continuously entering our body. But in our body, what happens? A strong system is present that kills the microorganisms which are entered to our body continuously. That is going on killing continuously. That is called as the antibodies. The antibodies which are present in our body that kills the foreign microorganisms which are entered to our body. Isn't it? Sometimes what happens? Our antibodies are going on becoming weak. And the foreign bodies which are entered to our body are maybe stronger. The foreign bodies started to kill our antibodies. The foreign bodies like viruses, bacteria, they start to kill our antibodies. Then we will start to get slowly the symptoms of the disease. The symptoms of disease, slowly we will get the coldness and next body temperature starts to rise up. Yes, it means our antibodies are going on reducing due to the powerful entry of the different microorganisms or the disease causing agents into our body. That foreign disease causing microorganisms kills our antibodies which is already present in our body, that is going on killing the foreign body, that is microorganisms. If they are going on killing, the antibodies are going on killing by the foreign bodies, we will get the symptoms of the disease. Then we will go to the doctors. Doctors, they will give the medicines in the form of antibiotics. Antibiotics give the strength to the antibodies. Give the strength. Give the strength to the antibodies. Antibodies. Antibiotics are the medicines which give the strength to the antibodies. The antibiotics are the medicines which give the strength to the antibodies. Yes, then again we will get the cure up and we will get the strength or the stamina to fight, or we will be healthy. Isn't it? The antibiotics are the medicines which are prepared with the help of microorganisms or the bacteria that stimulate or that encourage or that make the strength or that gives the strength to the antibodies to fight against the disease causing agents which are entered through the food, air and water into our body. Yes. The next dear students, see, antibiotics are applicable only for the bacterial disease, not for the viral disease. Listen here. The antibiotics are applicable to cure the bacterial disease. How? See what happens, dear students? Bacteria, when they will enter in our body, suppose for example the bacteria which enters to our body, that bacteria forms a protective layer on its body, on its surface. Starts to form a little study in higher classes, the pathway that we can say, it forms a protective layer around its surface. Then when we take the antibiotics, these antibiotics breaks this outer layer, they break the outer layer and kills the bacteria, The antibiotic stops the biological pathways which is formed by the bacteria by forming a protective layer around it. The antibiotics break that protective layer and kills the microorganisms like bacteria. But in case of viruses, the antibiotics are not applicable for the viral disease because viruses are not forming a layer on its, it means it directly affects on the immunity system also we can say. Yes, directly starts to kill the see, all bacteria, next, all viruses do not closely related. See one more point, that is, all bacteria's life processes of all bacteria are similar to one another. All bacteria, you can take anthrax bacteria, typhoid bacteria, then tuberculosis bacteria. All other life path or the life processes is similar. Similar processes are going on in case of all the bacteria. But in case of viruses, the life process is not similar. That is going to tell us all viruses are not closer to one another. All viruses are not closer to one another, but all bacteria are similar to one another, and a single dose can kill the different types of bacteria. Isn't it? A single dose can applicable to cure up all the kinds of bacteria. But for the viruses, it needs a particular dose or a vaccine. See, in case of corona, it needs a separate medicine, that is a vaccine. Next, AIDS, still the medicine has not discovered. See why? The viruses, the pathways or the life process is totally different in case of virus from each other. When we compare both the two different viruses, they are having different life processes. The life process of each virus is not similar to the other viruses. That's why a common medicine, that is antibiotic, is not applicable for the viral diseases. Understood? Why? In examination you may ask, why the antibiotics are not applicable to cure the viral disease? Because viruses, in case of all the viruses, their life path or the life process is different from each other. But in case of bacteria, in all the bacteria the life process is similar, or they are closely related to one another. That's why a single dose or the antibiotic can be applicable for the bacteria, but in case of viruses it is not applicable because all the viruses are not similar to one another and their life processes are also not similar. That's why the same medicine or the single medicine is not applicable for the viruses. Yes? See what happens? The bacteria form the protective layer, that is called as a capsule, around its body and blocks it means the bacteria like why the common see what happens, the bacteria form the protective layer and continue its life process. See what happens, antibiotics, they breaks the the outer layer or the protective layer from the bacteria and kills the bacteria, isn't it? Next, dear students, are a cell wall around themselves to protect themselves. Then antibiotics like the penicillin blocks the bacterial process that build a cell wall. As a result, the growing bacteria becomes unable to make a cell wall and die, isn't it? Then the different diseases in your textbook has given, that is the streptococci. Streptococci is a bacteria. Streptococci is a bacteria causes acane. Acane is a disease which is caused by the bacteria, streptococci bacteria. Then trypanosoma. Trypanosoma is a disease, is a bacteria, protozoa which causes the sleeping sickness. Trypanosoma is a protozoa. Protozoa diseases are also there. See, one bacterial disease was. Now come to the fungal disease. Fungal disease. Funguses, they grow on the dead and decaying organic matter that I have studied. Fungal disease, see, commonly the skin itching or the skin allergies. See, the patches on the skin appears, it is due to the funguses. That is skin disease, skin infections of the skin disease that is caused by the funguses. That is, here they have given the viral disease like AIDS, corona and all, that is viral disease. Then next, bacterial disease, that is typhoid, cholera and all. Then next, fungal disease, skin infection. Then after this one, the protozoal disease, see, he is going to tell us trypanosoma. Trypanosoma, that is a protozoal disease that causes sleeping sickness. Then Leishmania is a protozoa. Leishmania is a protozoa that is caused by the disease. Fungal disease that is caused by the number of funguses. That is skin allergies and all. Leishmania is the name of disease that is caused by the protozoa, and different other multicellular organisms are there. Different other multicellular organisms are there that causes the diseases. Multicellular organisms like the mosquito, that is female Anopheles mosquito, female Aedes mosquito. These are the animals. And next, roundworm and hookworm, that causes the disease in the stomach. Roundworm and hookworm. Yes, these are the multicellular organisms. Next, dear students, we are going to study, that is the ways of disease. That's all about the causes of diseases, microorganisms. No, these are the causes of diseases. That in examination you may ask, what are the causes of disease? Explain in brief. Write the causes of diseases or explain the causes of diseases in examination you may ask. Isn't it? Next, dear students, we will study the ways of spreading or means of spread of disease. Means of spreads of disease. Different means way of spreading of disease we can see. The disease may spread by different ways. Means of spreads of diseases means the way by which the diseases are spread from the infected person to the healthy person. It means the diseases are spread by air, water, food, and next by the physical contacts. Isn't it? That is called as the ways of spreading of disease. Means of spread also we can say in your textbook he has given means of spread or the ways of spreading of disease from an infected person to the healthy person. How it is spreading? By air, by water, by food, and by physical contact and all. That is going and spreading from infected person to the healthy person. That we will study in the next class.